Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. In today's video lecture, I shall tell you about future tense and the four main aspects of future tense. What is the future tense? The future tense may be defined as a verb tense which is used to describe an activity or action which will happen in future. For example, I shall visit you soon. They will be having lunch. She will have kept her promise. And we shall have been playing Ludo since 2 p.m. You can notice that in all these sentences, the auxiliary verbs as well as the form of verbs are helping you understand that the actions will be taking place in the future. Following are the four main aspects of future tense. Future indefinite, which is also known as simple future. Future continuous, another name for it is future progressive. Future perfect and future perfect continuous. Let's talk about all these four aspects along with the help of examples. Here's the first one, future indefinite tense, which is also known as simple future tense. We follow this formula to write a correct affirmative sentence of future indefinite tense. The subject is written in the start of the sentence. Then we write will or shall as auxiliary or helping verbs. Then the first form of verb is written, and after that object or extension is written along with the full stop. This is an important point that we use shall with I and we as subjects. We can also use will with all other subjects and I too. Future indefinite tense is used to show the action which will be done in future. Here are a few examples. Affirmative, negative, and interrogative forms of future indefinite tense are written. The first affirmative sentence is I shall invite you on the party. I is the subject, shall is the auxiliary verb. I have told you earlier that with I and we write shall as the auxiliary verb. Invite here is the first form of verb. You here is the object and on the party is the extension. I shall now convert this sentence into its negative form and I'll put not after the auxiliary verb. And here is the sentence. I shall not invite you on the party. For interrogative sentence, we will take out the auxiliary verb in the start of the sentence and then we write the subject and rest of the part of the sentence is written after that. And here is your sentence. Shall I invite you on the party? He will switch on the fan. He will not switch on the fan. Will he switch on the fan? We shall play together. We shall not play together. Shall we play together? Let's now talk about the second main aspect of future tense, which is future continuous tense. And we apply the following formula to write the correct affirmative sentence of future continuous tense. First, subject is written. Then we write will or shall along with be as auxiliary verb. Then we write the ing form of verb, which is the fourth form of verb. And after that, object or extension is written along with the full stop. You need to remember the following points. Use will not be or shall not be in negative sentences. And for interrogative sentences, follow this formula. Write shall or will in the start of the sentence. Then subject is written. And then we write be. After that, the fourth form of verb, which is the ing form of verb, is written. And then object or extension is written along with the question mark. Future continuous tense is used to talk about the action which will be continued in the future, which will be in progress in the future. See the following examples. It will be raining. It here is the subject, will be is the auxiliary verb, and raining here is the ing form of verb. And this sentence is talking about an action which will be taking place or which will be in process in the future. In order to make the sentence negative one, we will write not in between will and be. And your sentence would be, it will not be raining. And in order to make the sentence an interrogative one, we will take out the auxiliary verb in the start of the sentence, will. And then we write subject, and after that, be is written. And then the fourth form of verb is written. So your sentence becomes, will it be raining? We shall be waiting for you. We shall not be waiting for you. Shall we be waiting for you? Asim will be ironing his clothes. Asim will not be ironing his clothes. Will Asim be ironing his clothes? Let's move on and talk about future perfect tense. We follow the following formula to write affirmative sentence of future perfect tense. First, subject is written. Then will or shall as auxiliary verbs are written along with have. And after that, the third form of verb is written. In all kinds of tenses, either they are present, past, or future perfect, we always write third form of verb. And after that, object or extension is written along with the full stop. The future perfect tense is especially used to show the action which will have been completed in the future. Use not in negative sentences after will or shall. And in order to write a correct interrogative sentence of future perfect tense, follow the following formula. Write will or shall in the start of the sentence. Then write the subject. After that, write have. And then the third form of verb is written along with object or extension and the question mark. We shall apply the formula for writing affirmative sentence of future perfect tense, and then we will convert that sentence into negative and interrogative. Here is the first affirmative sentence. He will have done his work. You can see that he here is the subject. Will have is the auxiliary verb. Done here is the third form of verb. And auxiliary verb as well as the helping verb is helping you understand that the action will have been completed in the future. In order to make the sentence a negative one, we will write not after will. Here is your sentence. He will not have done his work. Will he have done his work? I will have slept. I will not have slept. Will I have slept? We shall have invited them. We shall not have invited them. Shall we have invited them? Let's move on and talk about the fourth main aspect of future tense, which is future perfect continuous tense. And we follow this formula to write affirmative sentence. First we write subject. After that, will or shall, have, been are written as auxiliary verbs. And after that, ing form of verb, which is the fourth form of verb, is written as the action will be in progress in future. So in order to talk about the progress in future, we will use ing form of verb that we always use in continuous tenses. And after that, object or extension is written, and we write since or for in order to show time. To write a time phrase, since and for are written in perfect continuous tenses. Then we write full stop. Note this point that the future perfect continuous tense is used to show the action which will be in progress in the future. Remember the following points. Since is used to refer to a specific point in time, and we use for to show a period of time. Here are a few uses of since and for. Since morning, since 2 o'clock, since 2010, since 10 p.m. You're talking about a specific point in time. That is why you're using since. And look at the use of for half an hour, for 3 hours, for 20 years, for a long time. You are showing a period of time. That is why you have used for. Let's have a look at some examples. Here is our first affirmative sentence. I will have been writing a book since 2 years. Will have been here is the auxiliary verb. Writing here is the ing form of verb, which is showing that this progress is continued. Will be continued actually. You will write not after will, and your sentence would become negative. I will not have been writing a book since 2 years. You will take out will in the start of the sentence to make it interrogative statement. Will I have been writing a book since 2 years? We shall have been traveling by bus. I haven't used a time phrase in this sentence. That is also okay. We shall not have been traveling by bus. Shall we have been traveling by bus? She will have been hoping for the best. Similarly, the time phrase is not used in this sentence, which is also okay. She will not have been hoping for the best. Will she have been hoping for the best? I hope you have understood the whole concept, and now I want you to fill in the blanks with the correct form of verb to show future tense. The future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect, or future perfect continuous. Take your time and fill in these blanks. And after completing your work, match your answers from this solution which is provided for your convenience. Thanks for watching. Take care. Allah Hafiz.